everyone, welcome to card readings. I'm Margaret. If you like this card, put your thumbs up if you want. So I've got a missing person. I think that's how you say it. She likes to be called Buffy. I'm going to call her Buffy. It's easier for everyone around me. She's 48 when she went missing. And this was 2019, the 17th of October. She was put out a super alert for her because she has mental illness. Okay, I've been told it's bipolar, but yeah, it could be wrong. And she was in a accommodation house, yeah, for people with mental illness. So what happened? This happened in downtown Homer, Alexa. I think that's how you say it. And what happened on the 17th, about 12:15, she was called on camera going to an appointment, but her appointment was at 1 and she did not make it for some reason. 2 days after this, like on the 19th, the people who assist her at her accommodation house, like a carer, people who help her with her medication and meals, reported her missing. So they didn't know for 2 days that she was missing, and she missed that on 5 lots of medication. That's a big problem. It's a mental illness. With people with mental illness, that's a big problem, yeah, because it just leads into other stuff. So that's what happened with her. So the police looking into it, everything. So like I said, she went missing. I heard that she's quite quiet. She doesn't have lots of friends. She was planning on 2 holidays with her, one with her mum and her stepfather. They had a holiday house somewhere. She was going to go there, and she was going to, I think it was Texas or somewhere overseas on holidays. It was 2 holidays. She was planning, looking for having a job. She had 5 jobs she was lining up for. I don't know if it was an interview or she was applying for them, but she had 5 jobs, yeah. And she was planning to move house. I don't know, from accommodation house to another accommodation house, or from a house to just a private house. I'm not quite sure. That's what I've been told. What else did I hear? Yeah, so there's certain things in this, but I'll talk about that after I do a reading. I'm going to do a reading, like I said, so feel free to move on if you don't want to watch it. I do not want to hear that I'm right or wrong till we know about it, unless you really know it. I don't want to hear it. 2, if you have any information on her, please pass it on to the police, yeah? So as a read, but this is what I'm picking up on. She's into horses, I'm picked up on. She's into art, mainly jewellery. What I picked up on is foul play. Now I'm saying foul play. I'm okay with this because her mum thinks she's passed. Yeah. And I've got teacher. I've got what have I got? A male, and his name's Joe. Black hair, blue eyes, 5'9", 5'10", thin. He's kind of like not a round face, not an oval face, but kind of like if you had my face, it's a bit longer, yeah, kind of look to it. And it's really weird. If you go to the back of this male and down your lower back, it's kind of lower near your buttocks, and between your back and your buckets. There's a little round circle. I've got a tattoo, but I keep on looking at it. It kind of reminds me of a birthmark. So it could be one or the other. I picked up, she's not in a place you guys call it a zip, in her zip code. It's outside of zip, like outside of that town. And I'm picking up, it's really weird, this long thing, like it's a long pole kind of thing, but it's big. It's quite tall. I would say if I was going to look at it in a house size, I would say 5 to 10 story high. It's quite big. It's not made out of brick. It's kind of to me it looks like the really dark peachy color. It's with that really dark color, yeah. And I've got oil with it, and I've got dirt around this. I don't know if it's concrete with it, but I see dirt around this. But that's my pick. But I still pick up. And the police knows this person, Joe. I don't know if he's involved in her missing, or if the police working with someone called Joe. But there's a person called Joe. It looks like this person. What else did I get? And I see a dark room. It's dark. It's night. I can see it's 9, but there's nothing in there. The other thing with this whole place, there's a factory around there. There's a food in that, and I'll talk to you a bit about that later. And she met, I don't know if she met this person online, but she knows this person online. Yeah. And I don't think it's a person like she stayed in, but she knows this person online. Yeah. Yeah. And I see a white car. It's a 4-seater car. And the home people who assisted her would know this kind of car. It's kind of one of them cars that you go out in the community if you're a carer or work in this kind of field. And it's kind of like a Ford or a Holden car. It's just a normal everyday car. I don't know if this is how it works, but I got a 9 4 and a 6 in it. I don't know what that means, but I've got that with it. So I don't know if that's connected to the car or not. I just got that just then. So the 9 4 and 6. What else did I get? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I feel like it's fair play. Like, like I said, I feel comfortable saying that because Mum thinks she has passed. And I don't know. I feel like this long pole, and the factory in there. Yeah, it's something about that place. It's an important place. I don't know if she's in it, but it's important. Yeah, this place is important. Maybe there's some information there. Now, there's certain things here I want to pick up in related to the other stuff that I just told you about. It's on the news. Like one thing, this whole 2 days that she went missing from the accommodation haven't had her medication for 5 lots of her medication, I should say. That's a big problem. I wonder why they didn't report it, even to the point. I mean, yes, she could have been at home with Mum and her stepfather, but as a carer, and I've been a carer myself, if I had that issue, and I have had an issue with the medication in that situation, if someone wasn't home for the medication, that should have been, if someone said it to me, should have been the first red flag. I would have rang up the parents at least and said, is Buffy with you? Because she's not here. She needs her medication. Yeah. And for someone with mental illness, that's very important to have their medication and right on the time. So that's a concern. That's a big red flag for me. Her going away for 2 days, it is a big problem. It is a big problem, but not as big as the medication. Because you want someone who has a mental illness or helping with their everyday life medication, you want to make sure that they have their medication. Yeah, you do want to make sure they have the medication. And the other thing with this, what I found really interesting, when she went to her appointment, well, she was going to her appointment, she didn't make it to her appointment, that she didn't take any ID with her. No no Medicare card, no pension card, no disability card, passport, nothing. She left everything at home, in her phone at home. Like, that's a real issue in itself, right? As someone who's, and sometimes she's, her mental illness is okay. Like, her medications are making her get to what she should be at. I can't explain it to her. Her normal, her normal way. Yeah. So she would be at that stage that she could think quietly. Like, she wouldn't be at that stage where she would forget stuff. Like, when you, some people with mental illness, they forget things when they're going off track. They're not right in that state of mind. Yeah. Some of them do, but unless she had that state of mind, she knew what she wanted, she knew what she had to get it. So she wasn't at that stage where she would forget something like it. So to me, it makes no sense why would she leave everything at home, or her ID and or her in her phone and that, when she went to appointment, because appointments want information from you, not just your address. That they might want your ID or the number of your Medicare card, stuff like that. So I find that really interesting that she didn't take it with her. So that kind of makes me think, yeah. Secondly, I didn't do any more reading. I did pick up teacher. Yes, after I did the reading, I did hear that she was a teacher. So I don't want to hear that you heard this on the news. I didn't hear it too after the reading, so I just want to pass that on to you right now. I know someone's going to pick this up and say, you got that from the news. No, I didn't get that to the news till afterwards. So yes, she was a teacher, and that's why I picked that up. And that's kind of like a clue for me, saying, yeah, you're kind of on the right ball here. That's why I picked that up. And normally that's what happens for me. I need some kind of ID that I'm on the right track, and that some kind of clue that I'm on the right track. That's what that probably would have been for me. Yeah, it's kind of would have been for the public. Yeah, so everyone knows she was a teacher. So what else did I pick up on? Said to you, like I said, the male. I do not know if he's connected to the police or he's like they're looking into him, but the police do know him. So that's something I quite interesting. And it's this Joe. It's no other name, this Joe. I think that's all I can say. I hope you like it. I'll tell you again about it. This is Buffy, and she's 48 when she went missing. There was a super alert because she has mental illness. She went missing from her accommodation house on the 19th, but on the 19th, but in her report, it was reported on the 17th, because I think what happened, because technically she went missing on the 17th. The camera was the last time I saw her, yeah. But the I'm gonna call them carers. The carers didn't report her to the 19th of October, 2019. Yeah, and this was downtown home at Alexa. Yeah, so she meant to go to appointment, and that was at 1 o'clock. She didn't make it. And everything was left at home. Yeah, so she didn't take her phone, she didn't take an ID. I don't know if she took money or not, but yeah, that's it. They did bring Daga dogs with the police, boarding Daga dogs, and what the dogs did, they followed her track from her home to this appointment that she meant to go to. I think it was 5 meters or 5 miles before she got to that appointment, that place for her appointment. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, hope this is useful. Like I said, if you have any information on her, please pass it on. But please, if you find this useful, please feel free to use it. And thumbs up if you like, subscribe if you want, and I'll see you next time for another missing person. Bye.